Yeah, I'm Rex. My beautiful wife Amy back there. I wanted to. Probably not going to share my testimony as much as just plug Matt. So a little bit about myself. I spent most of my life in education of some form. So I started out as a coach. I went into teaching, spent 16 years in the classroom, and now I work for a nonprofit which helps put on professional developments for teachers. I also, at one point in my career, had a logging company, and one of the things that all those had in common is that we had some sort of professional development. We had to go and learn about what we were doing, whether it was logging, coaching, teaching. There's these classes you go to, and some of the classes are, you go and like, oh, I knew that, it's not that great, whatever. Some of them are outstanding. One of the biggest ones that the most impactful ones that I remember is on soil. And if you've ever heard someone speak about soil, usually it's not that exciting. This lady made soil exciting. It was fantastic. She was just on fire for soil. When I left that professional development, I was on fire for soil. Now, just hard to imagine that, right? I mean, anybody being on fire for soil, it's just, and you don't call it dirt. If anybody, don't call it dirt, it's soil. Anyway, so the other one is Matt's repair workshop. We attended this spring. He gets you on fire for your relationship, for the connection. He talks about the science in our brains of how we connect, how we bond to one another, and how we just that desire in that relationship, not just repairing, but just reinvigorating. So it's not for those who are maybe struggling. It is for that too. It's not for those who think their marriage is great. It's for everybody. It's for every stage of marriage, every stage of life. God, He modeled our relationship with Jesus after marriage, or with our spouse, the bride and the bridegroom. And so the more we learn about our connection, I feel like God's speaking to me that we can learn more about the connection between us and Jesus. And so the science behind it's fantastic. I nerd out a little bit over it. The brain activity and the brain waves and how we actually connect. And I'm going to end real quick with this story. So we've spent some time, my wife and I, learning how to bond even greater over this past season in our lives. And we recently went on a road trip. We drove down through Nevada and Arizona and up, and spent 17 days on the road together, just the two of us. And at the end of that road trip, when we started to have things, we got home and our calendar filled up, and I had work over here and she was at home or whatever, we started to separate. Our first thought was, let's go back. It wasn't that I needed time away from my wife, or we spent 17 days together. We wanted to go and spend another 17 days together. Okay, that was the feeling we had as we came home. And that's that bondedness that we've created. And Matt has this anointing gift to share and teach about that bondedness. So I encourage you to sign up, come, and just come to learn. It's awesome. So.